Well, the Zondo Commission on state capture resumes today. It's expected to hear testimony of former MP Dennis Bloem, as well as architectural experts from the Department of Public Works. Now, the head of the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, Robert McBride, is also set to take the stand. And our colleague Erin Bates following that inquiry for us, as she has been from the start. Erin, a very good morning to you once again. Now, I'm not mistaken when I say that Dennis Bloem has been at the Commission before. It's not his first time there. He previously spoke about a lucrative catering contract that was awarded to Bosasa, that it may have been a money laundering scheme or scam. Why is he back today?
Yes, he made no doubt. He said it was a money laundering scheme. But here today, Dennis Bloem will be talking about a conversation he's already issued a statement on, and which he says he and Fakey Mentor had in 2010 after she claimed she'd met Gupta brother, who allegedly offered her the public enterprises position. And she claimed that the then President Jacob Zuma was in the premises or on the premises at the time, although he wasn't in the room. And so Dennis Bloem is going to testify on his statement, which is about Fakey Mentor relaying that story to him in Parliament after she said it happened, although she's changed her version on the dates. Initially, she'd said October 2010. Now she says she thinks it was round about September.
Okay, and then we're also expecting to see representatives or architectural experts from the Department of Public Works. Do we know what they're coming in to tell us?
We do, and this is where it's going to be really, really crushing for Fakey Mentor, because we already know that these two experts who were seconded from the Department of Public Works to assist the Commission during an in loco inspection of the Saxonwold property on the 3rd of December 2018 found no evidence of 5 distinct features she described as being at that property almost a decade earlier, when she claims that Gupta brother made the job offer to her for a cabinet position, something he should have had no information on at the time. Bear in mind, of course, it is possible that some developments and changes have been made, but what we understand so far is that these two experts, a structural engineer and an architect, found no shred of evidence, no trace of evidence even historically, of any of these features that Fakey Mentor defined, including the number and size of steps leading up to the property, the architecture of the bathroom, gold finishes, and so on. And so these experts will give us insight into whether or not there really is any credence on their take to her description of the property.
And then Robert McBride, I mean, he's had his fair share of controversy in recent years, so that should be something, very, very interesting to look forward to. Will he make it to the stand this week, though?
Yes, we expect he will be speaking today, and what's important to note is this is at the tail end. I think it's significant that it's at the tail end of his 5-year term as head of IPID. In fact, Parliament's set to discuss whether or not the Portfolio Committee on Police wishes to recommend the renewal of his contract. Be that as it may, he's set to testify here on Fakey Mentor's claims that the Hawks told her to redact mention of the former president in her statement, and her claim and her belief that President then, as he was, Jacob Zuma, his son Duduzane Zuma, and the Guptas had a corrupt relationship. So that's what Robert McBride will speak on if we get to him today.
Okay, so thanks very much for that, Erin Bates. She's following the Zondo Commission of Inquiry into State Capture for us. Some more interesting testimony due to happen. Now, the cross-examination of Deputy National Director of Public Prosecutions, that's Willie Hofmeyer, is set to continue at the Zondo Commission of Inquiry. Also expected to take the stand is another Deputy NDPP, that's Advocate Nomvula Mokatla. Now, she'll testify